Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Here at Mad About Skin, we're passionate about helping you to get the most out of your skincare. So if you haven't already, now's a fantastic time to subscribe. Click the link below, ring the bell, and you won't miss out on any of our fantastic content. Today's video, we're talking cruelty-free skincare. So this is a minefield. There's so many different things to look out for, different terminologies, different logos, but basically you guys have been asking me repeatedly how you can incorporate more cruelty-free products into your skincare routine. So I devised a video. I'm quite proud of this video. Quite a lot of research went into it and really getting to the bottom of which products and which companies can genuinely be classed as cruelty-free. And so what I've looked out for in this, and I'm going to break it down, I'm going to give you multiple options for each step in your skincare routine. So there's going to be something for every price point and there's going to be something for every consumer. And hopefully you'll be able to use up the products that you're using currently, and when they come to an end, incorporate some more cruelty-free products and brands into your routine. Now, a couple of things I've looked out for is obviously, number one, that none of the products are tested on animals. I think that's really important. I think, second of all, that the companies which are the bigger corporations that own it are transparent about their testing policies. So I'll be going into more detail with each individual brand, but there are some considerations around that. What I don't want this to be, so I'm an animal lover. I try, where possible, to eliminate products which are tested on animals, but I'm not saying, I'm not pitching this as I am perfect and you guys need to follow. This is just for information so you can make an informed choice as a consumer. So don't want you to take this as you have to strip out every single product that isn't certified as cruelty free. I think in 2020 we don't need to be testing on animals anymore, but we've got to work towards getting to that stage, and I think we can all make a few choices as consumers and swap out products from our routine and swap them in with different products where they work. And this is something I really want to stress in this video. This isn't just a rundown of every single cruelty-free product out there. There's loads. However, these are the ones which I've personally tried, had recommended to me, and do actually work. Because I think previously, where products were classed as ethical or cruelty-free and all these things, usually they weren't as effective. That's totally changed. There are fantastic cruelty-free and ethical product lines and ingredients out there which we can all incorporate into our skincare routine. I'm going to first of all run through what I think are the best brands that you can look out for that are certified as cruelty-free, but then go into the individual products for each step of your skincare. Some of these you might already be using. You don't know it's cruelty-free, you're just using it out of choice, which is absolutely fantastic. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you are going to swap anything about, if you're going to add anything, take anything away, let me know in the comments below. But I think we'll just get straight into this. One thing I would like to make clear right off the bat is cruelty-free doesn't automatically mean vegan. So if you're following a vegan lifestyle and you want to eliminate all animal products in your routine, I'll do a separate video on vegan products. Most cruelty-free products are also vegan because the two tend to go hand in hand, but it's not a hard and fast rule, so you still need to look at the ingredients if you're following a vegan lifestyle. So I'll just put that out there. So product brands, which are my favourite cruelty-free brands? Well, there's some out there which I think are really fantastic. Unfortunately, China's a huge market. China mandates that all products which are sold for human consumption or use are tested on animals first. So any company which wants to sell into mainland China will have to test on animals. Some of them do it a little bit, what I class as underhand, so they'll pay a contractor, they'll pay another company to test it on their behalf, and then they'll claim to not actually be testing on animals themselves. Well, that's rubbish. They are paying for animal testing and therefore they are testing on animals. So there's none of that crap in this. These are companies which do not test on animals and do not pay others to test on their behalf. And I think that's a really clear distinction that we need to get our head around, because some of the blurb that companies put out aren't that clear. So first of all, and these are great brands, Pixi. Fantastic brand. It's been all over social media. It's huge influencer favourite. Their Glow Tonic's a global bestseller, but they also have some other really good products in their line. Not all of their line's fantastic. Some of it is really good. So Pixi, fantastic product. All of it cruelty-free. They've decided not to sell in mainland China to avoid having to spend money on animal testing. So I think it's a really good ethical brand. Second is Dermalogica. This one is a little bit more controversial because some people really don't like some of their products and it is quite up there in price. They do have a couple of really good products which I will be recommending, so don't write them off completely as a company because they are totally anti animal testing, and they're a really good. They've got some really good products in and amongst some not great products. Drunk Elephant. You must all have heard of Drunk Elephant. Huge influencer driven, gorgeous packaging. Again, don't like all of their products, but all of their products are cruelty free, which I think is fantastic, and they have some really good products in there. So I'll be mentioning some of them throughout the video. Paula's Choice, another fantastic company, really known for their exfoliating acids and some of their vitamin C's and things like that. Fantastic company, again, all cruelty free. And the other two that I think you might have heard of that are really good are REN. REN are quite big here it's an India brand, but it's quite big here in the UK. And Sunday Riley, which is a bougie as heck, high price point, but fantastic products. Ingredient driven product line. Sunday Riley, again, completely free of cruelty. So those are like what I class as the headline brand. So let's go into which products. Now I'm going to break this down by steps in your skincare routine. So number one, cleanse. Everyone starts with a cleanse. Which cruelty-free cleansers would I recommend? Well, first of all, if you can afford it, this is one of my absolute favourite products. The Sunday Riley Ceramic Slip Cleanser is gorgeous. It's £25 here in the UK, so it'll be about $30-35 over there in the US. Gorgeous product. It's fantastic for oilier complexions. I wouldn't use it if I was dry, because it does have products and clays and things in there which are designed to draw out some of the oil in the skin. If you are oily, you will love this product. It goes on, it's great for massage because it's just so slippery, and fantastic for if you're doing an evening facial massage. Fantastic. The only thing that puts me off using it as my go-to cleanser is the price point, because I think it is a little bit expensive, but do you know what? It's cruelty free and it is a bloody good cleanser. If you want to go slightly cheaper, the Pixi double cleanse, and this is great actually, I think, if you want to do a double cleanse. A lot of people really like that Korean trend, doing a double cleanse. Pixi do a double cleanse system, so it comes in a pot. Half is a cleanse, an oil cleanser, the other is a gel cleanser. Use the oil first, then the gel. Fantastic. It's about £20 in the UK. That seems like quite a lot, but the product will last about 2 months. So spread out over 2 months, I don't think is that big a price point. So it's £20 here in the UK, so about $25 to $30 in the US. But again, cruelty free and fantastic. You've got your cleansing down, you're moving on to your exfoliator. So this is where I think you have a really, really good choice when it comes to cruelty free in exfoliators. I've done a whole video on exfoliators, which ones to choose and which for the right skin types, and there is something for everyone in this category, so I think this is fantastic. So first of all, for people that, and I'd never recommend a scrub, a manual exfoliant, I think for many reasons, but it just damages the skin, it can cause micro tears, you're too abrasive. But for people that still like that grainy sensation, so they feel like there's an element of scrub there, even though it's not doing any damage, the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant is fantastic. That should be your go-to product if you like that element of grit and grain to an exfoliator. It is enzyme-based, does have a bit of manual scrub to it, but very light, barely noticeable, but it's there if you like that sort of thing, and it won't strip the skin. It's fantastic. It's £40 here in the UK, so it is up there in price. I think if you like that manual element of the exfoliator, this is probably the safest and best and closest thing you can get to that while still doing your skin some good, so I'd check it out. It is quite a high price point, so you might need to weigh that up. REN, going down slightly in price point. So REN do a £30, so $40 glycolic acid daily toning solution. Very similar to the ordinary glycolic acid 7% solution. Very similar product there, but really nice. I love the bottle. So it comes in a bottle with you put your cotton swab on the top, press it down, and it dispenses exactly the right amount. I love that. It's clever, it's innovative, not seen it done anywhere else. Love the product. It's also got some hydrating elements in there, so it's not going to strip and dry the skin. So I think that's pretty good, and I would recommend that one. Sticking with the same sort of theme, but for those with more oily skin, so not looking for the hydration, but looking for the oil removal, they do a daily Nip and Fab, which is another cruelty-free product line. They do a salicylic fix daily toning solution. It is an exfoliator, it's salicylic based. If you've got clogged, oily, very problematic skin, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I love that they do two strengths as well. They do the 1% and the 2%. They call it the basic and the extreme, I think. Find out which strength works for you. I think 2% most people could tolerate, so I'd probably just go in and get the Extreme, which is 2%, it's the standard. But that is a gorgeous, gorgeous exfoliator for people with oily skin. Again, price point's around £15, so about $20. I don't think that's a bad price point. You get a load, it's a really big bottle, so it'll last you 3, maybe 4 months. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. Again, cruelty free. Next, we should be applying our actives. Here, I think we are a little bit more restrictive in what's available cruelty free, but I've done my research and I've dug out what I think are the products which I would recommend. In terms of vitamin C, which I think is essential in any, unfortunately, the 2 brands which I think do a really good vitamin C serum that actually works, is at the right strength, in the right formulation, and will actually deliver results, are the bougier price point. So, you know, if you're wanting a good vitamin C that's also cruelty free, I do think in this instance you will have to pay a bit more. Sunday Riley do a gorgeous vitamin C. Like, it was a game changer. It was one of the first that was launched. It's fantastic. It's very strong. So you might want to use it every other day as you're building into it, but it's a gorgeous product. If you're used to a vitamin C, you could probably just tolerate it and start straight away. Again, very up there in price point. Here in the UK, it's £70, so you're looking at $100. It is expensive. It'll last you about 3 months, but it's still, that's a lot of money for a vitamin C. Drunk Elephant do another vitamin C, which has been quite heavily publicised online, but it's genuinely really good. Quite strong again, and quite high in the price point. Slightly cheaper than that Sunday Riley, but still, it's an expensive product. It's £60, so you're looking at $90. Not going to get much change from $100 for either of these products. I think that's a shame, because I would really like to be able to promote more affordable and cruelty-free, but in vitamin C, for me, it just doesn't exist. I don't want to recommend a product like the Pixi do a vitamin C tonic. It doesn't work. It's not the right strength. I don't like the formulation. It's cheaper, but I don't want to recommend that because it doesn't work. So those 2 products will deliver the results you want, but you will be paying for them. In terms of salicylic acid, this one's easier. Just go to Nip Fab. Nip and Fab are a fantastic, fantastic brand. Totally cruelty free, but what I think is their niche is teen skin, breakout prone skin, clogged skin. I think that's really where they come into their own, and their salicylic acid range is fantastic. I just stick with their serum, which is dirt cheap. Here in the UK it's about £8, so you're looking at $10, $12, not much at all, and it's a 2% salicylic acid. Fantastic product. Absolutely, it's my go-to. I use it, and I think it's a really good, cheap way of switching in your existing salicylic acid and switching it out for a cruelty-free option. So definitely check that one out, because that one is a gorgeous product. Retinol. Again, this one's a little bit harder. I struggled to find a cheap alternative for this. So the 2 that I would recommend are the Drunk Elephant A-passioni Retinol Cream, which I've done a review on the channel. Check it out. Fantastic. Very strong. Use it every other day. Really build up your tolerance to that, because it's super strong. I went in every night and I had a reaction to it. It was very strong. But I like a product to be working, and it does work, and the consistency is great, the delivery is great. Again, for a full-sized bottle, which will last about 3 months, it's about £70 here in the UK. That's a lot for a retinol. But if you want to go cruelty-free and you want an effective retinol, that I think is worth the money. It's a great product. REN do a bio retinol cream. They do a great product, and I really like the REN ethos. It's very stripped back, it's very ingredients driven, so I think that's really nice, and I like the consistencies and the branding. That's slightly more affordable at £40 here in the UK. So, you know, $60 in the US, that's not affordable by any stretch. I'm not claiming that that is an affordable price point, but is a good product and cheaper than the Drunk Elephant. So it's something to look into, I think. Now, where I think you can save money, and I think we should all be more savvy as consumers, is in the moisturiser. So you're spending a fortune on your moisturisers. Everybody overpays for moisturiser. I say if you're paying more than $10, £7 or £8 for a moisturiser, you've been robbed. You don't need it. It's the last step. It locks in the work that you've done. It shouldn't be doing anything other than that surface hydration. If you're lucky enough to live in the UK, Superdrug is a fantastic drugstore brand. All of their own brand products are certified as cruelty free. So if you go into a Superdrug and you buy one of their own brand products, you know you're getting cruelty free, which I think is fantastic and market leadingly brilliant. You can pick up their basic moisturizer. It's unscented. It's got minimal number of preservatives and things there, which I really like. It's a very simple product. Their own brand moisturizer is, I think, about £4 here in the UK. I don't think you'll be able to get it in the US, so I'm really sorry. But again, you know, it is a really, really cheap price point. So moisturizer, that's a win-win. If you're in the US and you don't have access to that, I would probably go down the line of looking at Pixi. They do some good moisturizers, which I think are quite good. Body Shop as well, I think, is a really good cruelty-free brand. I don't like a lot of their products, which is why I didn't include them in the best brand list, but they're definitely cruelty-free, and I think that their moisturizers are a little over-scented for me, but are at a good price point and do really work. The vitamin E one is gorgeous, so double patch test it. Make sure you're not going to get a reaction, because it is quite heavily fragranced, and some people do have sensitivity reactions to fragrance. Double check that, but I think absolutely fantastic product, and again, a really cheap price point, so check that one out. Finally, last step is your SPF. Now, this is, again, I don't think you should scrimp when you're buying an SPF. I think you should be going for a brand you can trust. Here in the UK, again, tap up Superdrug. They do their own range of SPF. It's under £10, really cheap, really good product. There's really quite high and robust testing on SPF here in the EU and in the UK, so you know when something is, just say 30, it is around the factor, the SPF 30. So I think that's really important. So you can, I think, feel a bit more comfortable going to a drugstore brand and knowing you're getting what it says on the product. So go to Superdrug, pick up a dirt cheap own brand SPF, and you're good to go. If you would like, they only really do chemical sunscreens. If you want a mineral sunscreen that's cruelty free, REN is the go-to. It's my go-to anyway. Forget the cruelty-free thing. It's just a fantastic mineral sunscreen. It doesn't leave a white cast. It doesn't cause irritation, redness. It's fantastic. Little bit up there in price again. Our REN products are £30, $40, $45. Up there in price, but it's a really good product. And you don't need loads, so apply it as per the instructions on the back, but it should last you a couple of months. If you want a chemical sunscreen that's cruelty-free, they're harder to find, but they are out there. And a brand that I love is Cooler. They, I think, revolutionised how SPFs work. They did water-based formulations before anyone else. They're just a gorgeous brand, 100% cruelty-free. I don't particularly like the heavy scents that they put in their products. But you know what, if it doesn't react with you, patch test it, like I say. If it doesn't react with you, you're fine. I wish to strip that back, but I guess it's that holiday vibes. You're putting your sun cream on, it smells like pina coladas. Yeah, I get it. I get why they do it. But just patch test it and be on the safe side first. But again, Cooler do some fantastic. I mean, I couldn't recommend a specific one because they're all fantastic. Their water sprays are particularly good. Lightweight, barely there. They do a setting spray that's an SPF. So if you're wearing a lot of makeup, you set it with an SPF in. I think that's fantastic. Really innovative, really great. So guys, I hope in this product, you know, I've put all the links there, obviously. The links are also below. I think if there's one thing I've shown in this video is you can do cruelty-free throughout your entire skincare routine. However, on the whole, I think their prices are more expensive than their counterparts, which are tested on animals. That shouldn't be the case. I absolutely appreciate that shouldn't be the case, but I think it's because it's often the smaller indie brands which are promoting the cruelty-free thing, which is fantastic, but they don't sell the same units as some of the massive conglomerates, and therefore they charge more money. It's a fact of life. I don't think it's right, but it is there. And so what I'd say is, if we could all go cruelty-free, fantastic. The world would be a better place. And I think we should all have it on our agendas in 2020 to try to become more sustainable and more cruelty-free. But I don't think we should turn this into a cult where if you slip up or if you have a product you like and it isn't cruelty-free, you're a terrible person and you need to repent. I don't want it to be about that. I want it to be about educating consumers so they can switch in products at a time that's convenient for them, to become more cruelty-free and to become more of a conscious consumer. So what I'd say is, look at what you've got now. Can you afford to? And this is a key thing. If you can't afford to, don't feel bad about it. You've got to look at what is affordable to your budget and your price point. So look at the products that I've recommended today. can any of them be squeezed into your skincare routine, swapped out with another product that doesn't meet the cruelty-free standard? If they can and it's in your budget, swap it out, change it up. You'll probably love the products. I hope you love them as much as me. If you can't, don't beat yourself up about it, guys. Keep going with your skincare routine, and I think the more people that switch, the more conscious companies will become, and in the end, I hope that we'll all become cruelty-free, because I don't think animal testing is necessary one bit in 2020 on cosmetics and skincare. I just don't. But that's my personal preference. I'm sure some of the big companies and conglomerates would massively disagree. So guys, I hope you found this informative. It ran into 20 minutes, which I know is a long video, but I think there's lots to cover here, and I hope, you know, you've been able to take a lot of key things, and hopefully you're using half of these products anyway and you just don't realise they're cruelty-free, because that's what a world that I'd love to live in, where everything's just cruelty-free and you don't need to make a big thing of it. It's just there, and that will be the dream. I think we're a long way off, but we'll get there. We will get there. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Like I say, a hell of a lot of research went into it, and I think that's worth it, because this is such a fantastic topic to be getting into. So if you want to know any more, or if you have any other great cruelty-free brands that you love, leave me a comment below, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye.